Let's talk a little bit about a crucial part of online marketing and SEO, and that's link building, a topic not a lot of people like to talk about. You probably heard the term, but what does it really mean, right? And why does it matter for your law firm's website is probably the most important question you need to ask. So I would think of link building as earning recommendations from other websites. It's like a vote of confidence, like a +1 or a like button on Facebook, if you will. And it boosts your credibility in Google search results. So Google was built on an algorithm that was very link driven. And even today, it's still very link influenced. Not as much necessarily, but still a very important thing, and it really shouldn't be overlooked. So the more relevant and trustworthy your site is, the more recommendations you have essentially, the more likely you are to rank on the first page of Google. But here's the catch. Just like they've been doing for as long as I can remember, almost 20 years that I've been doing this, most people think that any recommendation will do. But that's not true. It's like choosing to get testimonials from random strangers on the street versus people who have actually hired the company that you're looking for or people that you know have had that particular experience. So we use a method that we've developed in-house, and really what it does, the whole goal of it is just to make sure that you are getting meaningful links. You're getting the ones that are actually going to move the needle or the ones that are actually going to matter. Because let's face it, most agencies that you're going to work with are going to rely on outdated metrics like domain authority or something like that, or traffic or this or that. And they might even buy links from websites just because they seem to be on popular websites. And that's a common thing too. I think there's an additional benefit to PR, right? But it's not just the link. It's, hey, look, my potential clients might find me on newsweek.com as listed as a top 10 personal injury attorney. So I'm actually going to get business from it. So that would be a good link. But getting those links may not just work for the goal that you're probably trying to reach, which is, hey, I want to rank for these primary keywords in my market. So, because we know that if you rank for bottom of funnel keywords in your market, you're going to get calls. You're going to sign more cases. That's how it works. People are on Google all day, every day. So Google doesn't just care about popularity. Like going back to that Newsweek example, they care about relevance and they care about quality. So imagine being a family law attorney getting a link from a site about fashion, which is not uncommon. I see that in a lot of link profiles when I'm viewing attorneys' websites, but it's not helpful because it doesn't really match your audience. So it's probably not going to be like that example I gave earlier with Newsweek, where they might actually turn into a client. If I'm reading a fashion blog and there's a quote from a personal injury or family law attorney, I'm not really sure how that's going to work. So how we solve this is we use data. So we use about 30 different data points to know not only find like the best links, but the most relevant links. And this would be an example outside of PR. We do a lot of PR stuff, but outside of PR, we also have to go out and we say, hey, look, our client's ranking number 3 or number 5. We need to move them up to number 1. It's not going to happen overnight. What's our plan? Okay, optimize the content, refresh it. Great. Okay, it needs more authority. It's not working. Let's add these 3 or 4 links that are just very high quality. So what we do is we dig into your practice areas, again, using the family law example, that could be divorce or child custody, and identify what types of websites your ideal clients visit. For instance, parenting blogs or local community forums in their city or state or neighborhood even. And then we vet those websites with precision. So we're only going to work with websites for these type of links that meet certain criteria. So that might include steady traffic and high engagement. And when I say steady traffic, another thing that you see with guest posting all the time is I get these offers like, here, buy this guest post, whatever, $99. You look at the site and look, it was good, got some traffic, a little bit of traffic, but then there was an update and their traffic tanked. So obviously Google hit that site and then you're trying to buy a link from it. What's that worth? Nothing. And so we're going to do websites with no spammy or hacked content. We're going to make sure that the traffic's relevant to your local area. So I think that's important when law firms are targeting specific cities. It's just another one of those signals. And really, the website has to serve a good purpose. It can't just be a promotional website. So getting a link from somebody that's just trying to sell you stuff would be different from a website that has a healthy balance of informational content that's actually informative and helpful with a little bit of like promotional content. And then we place those links naturally. So we find where the link will fit naturally into this content that's already existing. So this is more of like a niche edit that I'm talking right now. But for example, you find a link for divorce services in an old article, and it might be placed in an article about 10 steps to prepare for a divorce using text that is the anchor text, which is the clickable part of that link, like find an experienced divorce attorney instead of just click here. Because as we've seen time and time again, and even from a new study from Joy Hawkins from Sterling Sky pointed out, like anchor text still really does matter. That's a whole nother video I'll make one day about penalization and all that fun stuff, but not today. So anyway, this approach will ultimately align with Google's guidelines. And I think the results are really what you care about, right? And what's going to happen? You're going to rank higher on Google for the keywords that are most important. And those are the ones that are going to bring revenue to your firm. Those are the only keywords you should care about. You shouldn't care about traffic going up and up and up and up if the cases aren't going up and up and up, right? Or the quality leads are getting up and up, are not going up and up. Maybe you have a messaging problem there in that case. But your goal is to track more of those qualified case leads instead of just the clicks. And you can also, in a sense, save money because you're going to invest in something that's going to work. You're putting money into something that's going to have a return versus let me just buy $50,000 worth of links from crappy websites that aren't really going to benefit me. So ultimately, it's about positioning your practice as a trusted authority online, I think. And unlike traditional methods, the strategy will give you long-term and measurable results. And with anything online marketing, you need to be tracking what you're doing. And you need to set goals before you start working on this. Otherwise, you're just shooting in the dark. And what's the point there? So now you might be thinking, wow, Casey, that was great. That's awesome. But how do I start, right? And so that's one area that we can come in. You know, our team handles this heavy lifting, the research, the vetting, and we can secure these links for you. And what I would say is if it's something you're interested in, reach out to us or DM us or feel free to reach out to me personally as well. And we can run a little test. We can do kind of a small experiment and say, hey, look, this is what we think it's going to take. Let's take a practice area that might be a little bit less competitive and let's get some results. And so we can do kind of a small engagement there to make sure it's going to be beneficial for you and beneficial for us. So if this sounds like the strategy that you'd like to explore together, our whole goal is to help our clients, attorneys, sign more higher value cases. So that's what I live and breathe every day. So if you want to learn more about that, feel free to visit our website at jurisdigital.com. Make sure to like, follow this video, and feel free to contact us if you have any questions. But also put in the comments if you have any other videos that you want to see. Like I said, I've been at this a long time. I have a lot of institutional knowledge, and I'm happy to share that. Sharing has always been a big part of what I do, speaking at conferences, writing books, writing online, making videos, and now I'm on TikTok right as it's about to get banned. So pretty cool.